First play's a run with Nwangu. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
Back to Nwangu again on first down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The Vikings still looking for that first win, 0-6 to start the year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of someone. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get a point in the right direction. They need it quickly.
First down, here's Cousins. Throw out left, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. Calling no gain there that brings forth a 3rd and long. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and find another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Gets this one to Juszczyk. Touchdown! Kyle Juszczyk. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Another run now for Nwangwu. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Listen to me.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On play action, Rodgers. That is caught. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead. Now Moody for the PAT. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Niners 21, Vikings nothing.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action now, Cousins. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Third down and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. That is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Gun. Yo. Black. Yellow. What's that?
To throw is Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get
right?
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd down, Cousins again. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson, 53 yards. And the Vikings get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to find Gray here. Into space at the 45. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Ready? On play action, Lance
steps away. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Niners 31, Vikings 7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
75 yards.
And the Vikings get a bit closer.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Cousins will try and throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Looking deep downfield.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Joseph on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Ready.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time it looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete left side to Gray. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers wants to change the look. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Niners are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
Listen to me.
Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Gone. Zebra. Hey, no, easy.
Throwing is Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Yellow. Move.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. He'll swing this out wide to Gaskin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Hey, bring up 48.
Cousins on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Philip Dorsett, 51 yards. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Right side, and he finds Gray. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the 1st down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Now Rodgers. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey from 4 yards out. And the 49ers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Niners 45, Vikings 27.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Hey, Ken!
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Black! What's up?
Cousins on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
41-yard line.
Lucky 48. What's up?
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins.
They'll set up the screen here to Gaskin.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Hey, 382, listen.
Running on first down with Gaskin.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
To throw, Cousins.
There's Hockenson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Second and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the stat.